we are back this week. We starting out down here on our family farm. We have our rotisserie here that we need to get here and back home before it starts raining. This thing's powder coated and looks pretty good, and we don't want to get it out in the rain and let it rust and do anything crazy for the screws and stuff that's there. So we're gonna go ahead and get this guy loaded up and get it back home first thing so that we can start getting the 55 ready to put on to this rotisserie so it can get ready to go to the paint shop. So that's gonna be the first thing that we go ahead and knock out this week so that we can start adding some more tabs and a few other things we need to do to get that chassis ready for paint. That back there is my great-grandfather's 1923 Fortune tractor. If you haven't seen it, check out that video where we got it fired up 100 years in 2023. Check that out. That's good. Going nowhere. Oh yeah, that's structural of the truck now. Alright, we got the rotisserie here, but before we start working with it, we're going to start working on a few things on the car itself. Something that has drove us crazy, and we don't have a door on it, but you could really see it. But you can see it here. This gap here has drove me crazy, and there's a gap between it and the door of a similar width. Super annoying. We're trying to figure out what's going on. We've worked on these tabs at one point in a previous video, trying to get that to work. And what we think we figured out actually, so this front end has a mount, has a tubing mount here that slides into this holster, if you will, a piece of tubing on the chassis itself. That's what holds it in place. And we put stops on this so that we didn't have to pin it anymore, do some things like that. So that was why we did that. But if you look in here, I don't know if you'll ever be able to see it with this camera, but that tube, that one right there, is actually bottoming in that stop. And so that's not letting the rear end come, or it's not letting the front end come back the way we want it to. So it's right. This took about half of the gap out on this side, and Dad said it took out, oh yeah, it took it all out here, all that we need to take out. Now we'll have to do some adjustments with our zoots tabs again. That's okay. There you go. That was an adjustment. Yeah, we definitely will. That's okay. That's better. Let's stick this door on, see what that gap looks like.
That's just this. That's this opening up over here.
Push underneath, let it up. It's loading on our filler panel.
Oh, is it?
Yep. But that's probably a good thing, though.
Yeah, because we can push that down. It'll be good. What's it doing on this side?
It's touching where it needs to be, though. It's touching right here. You guys remember we built these panels specifically because this front end would come off of this curve and then just go flat, straight. That fiberglass would just go straight down. And then with those filler panels, it kind of forces the curve into that front end because you don't want that front end laying flat. It's just doesn't look good. These things have a little bit of a radius to them. It's holding it up too.
Yep.
Cool. So we can hammer that down too. One more of those. There you go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's so much better.
That one
will probably line up okay.
That'll be fine.
That one over there is gonna have to be cut and moved back though. But that's okay. That's no big deal. Yeah, see, it's gonna misalign it a little. That's okay. We can do that. A little bit of double work, but
These deuces on this side work.
okay, cool. This was always the troubled side anyway. This is always the worst side. Yeah, cool. After getting the door back on, we realized that the door itself needed some more adjustment. And it's things like this that people take for granted for what we're trying to do, what we're trying to build. We're taking a car that's as old as it is and trying to make it safe and function and look good and all of these things. And it takes so much time, and that's what takes so much time to get all this stuff done, is little adjustments like this, making this body line up the way it does with the door, and all of this stuff just adds up, and that's what's taken so long to get this car to the point that it is. I closed it up more than half.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a big wide.
Yeah. Well, 7/16 didn't hardly do anything.
7/16 did?
So, go to the half on that.
Height, is that height? The next step's a half?
16. Even after all that hammering and adjusting, we still had to make some more adjustments with the actual striker itself. So what we ended up doing was taking it out completely and actually enlarging the hole that striker is mounted into, and then moving it up so that we could actually get this door to where it shut straight in instead of pulling itself down as it shut. And this took multiple trials and errors and taking the door on and off again, and just again multiple hours of just fine-tuning and adjusting things. Now, are we a little bit pickier than probably your average person? Yeah, but we got to do it right. That's pretty darn good.
That's pretty darn close.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to get it much better than that. We might have to lower this tab a little, maybe. Is that what's... No, this panel's what's holding it up.
Panel's what's holding it
tab,
up.
yeah,
We
gotcha.
can work on that a little bit.
Yeah. All right, cool. That looks good.
That's troubled me for a long time. I wanted that fixed for a long time, and it actually fixed a little easier than I thought.
Yeah. Well, the big thing was getting those tubes shortened so we could even get it back here to make this adjustment.
This needs to come, that actually needs to come a little bit forward, right along. That zoom's so far off.
Yeah. Yeah, this side was always
This one's
was
not
okay. The other side was the one that was always so bad.
And I'll tell you something else, this fiberglass,
Yeah.
this stuff, if you get it out in the sun, it'll fits a lot better in the sun.
Gotcha.
Fred worked on them doors. And we got it in the sun. We got the sun and doors fixed ourselves, and he fixed them 3 times. They'd get cold and they'd just shrink. I mean, it's raceway fiberglass. It's not show quality stuff. I know it's light.
It is a lot. That's a good thing. Cool. I guess next we'll work on some zoot stabs, maybe. What are we like? C2! Our seat game. Yeah, I told you it had a bunch of different adjustments. There's the back of it. That goes up. There's all the padding for it. There. There's the headrest portion of it.
Nice.
And then this is the butt.
I hope it's a big butt.
You're so funny. Yeah. Same width butt as what's in that thing. So.
The seats in that truck, basically that's the same as that seat.
Yep. Yeah, it is. Now we have to kind of get it fitted to us. So we've got, like your dad was saying, there's adjustment. You can adjust this piece up and down. You can adjust the headrest, if I'm not mistaken. It has a couple of positions. So you can kind of set this wherever you need to get us to fit in here. And it's going to quite a bit more substantial than what we had in there to begin with. It's going to be got rib supports here. It's got, this is a place kind of for your shoulders, and then of course, like I said, the piece up there for your headrest. So if anything happens, you're completely contained in this thing.
So you've got a hardware kit?
Yep. Bolt kit. This is like a quote road race seat. That's what they market it as. It's also in the drag racing portion of their website. So it's what they would put into a drag car, other than they have some other one-piece seats, high back seats, and the bucket seat like we put in there. But this is kind of the more full containment style. And while we're looking at the seat, we're letting this cool snap these in place. And that has tightened this up a lot. It looks a lot better. A lot better. This gap's a little tighter than this gap up here, but we're kind of getting to the point where you're just going to have to kind of make do with what you've got and get it good. And that's about the same on this side. Latched in, that thing is solid too. Solid. Alright, we kind of mocked this thing in. It has 8. There's 8 3/16 screws that hold 2, 4, 6, 8. And then, so that attaches that to the bottom. This is for your shoulders, for your ribs. Then the headrest section of it gets bolted up with these bolts here. And we have basically everything in the lowest setting, which I think is probably where it's going to end up needing to be. But this seat's about 2 inches wider than the old seat that we had. So now we need to get it in there and mock it up and figure out how we're going to fit all this in here. We've got the seat set here. Now they want this back, they want this pad here to be about even with the top of your shoulder. So Dad is a little higher than this, sitting here, and I'm guessing that's a 1/2 or 3/4 of adjustment. We're gonna move this up 1 slot because this put us about the same. Me and him are both sitting about the same, and our belts are gonna run right through this slot here into the seat and then over. And this is gonna open this area up a little bit more, so we've got a little more access to the Lenco whenever we go to shift it. So we're gonna move this up 1 slot, and then I think that's gonna put everything else about where it needs to be. Yeah, should be pretty good. So we'll move it up.
If you move this up on the bottom, it's going to bring these side bolsters up.
Yep.
I think I'd rather do that is to raise the.
It's all one piece.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'd rather raise this whole thing up. The only thing about it. How much it raise it? If I change them one hole.
About a 1/2 inch, 1/2, 3 somewhere. Yeah. Let's try it. I mean, we'll try it and set it in again. I mean, good Lord.
We don't have to move this over just a little bit.
Right.
I don't know. We'd have to check it in the car, but this is going to be. Just have to see.
Yeah.
But I bet you.
But you're gonna.
I bet you'll end up with.
That transmission sits pretty low though, so I mean, it's not. You're going.
I'm talking about the shifters.
I know what you're talking about. I know.
I don't know where it's going to end.
I don't know either. Yeah, we'll have to set the transmission in there too, make sure everything's good.
Probably need to raise it up.
Let's raise it up a set.
About a half inch.
Yeah, let's set it up. Let's raise it up that set of holes and see what we get into there and see if it kind of makes it a little better. Guys, I'm at home because I was working on this video and kind of realized I'm bad at YouTube sometimes. This is going to wrap us up for this week. We're really happy with that front end. You're going to want to hit subscribe because we're going to get that seat adjusted and mounted and into the car in our next video. At least welded, the bottom of it welded into the chassis. So you don't want to miss that. So hit subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. And man, we appreciate everybody that's watching this. I know these videos are a little clunky because we're just having to kind of hit and miss and figure out what we're going to do on this car while we order parts or wait on parts. So it's kind of hard to keep them a little bit, you know, chronological, but I'm doing my best here. So I appreciate everybody that's doing it. And for everybody that's asking if we're going to race this car this year, we are doing everything in our ability to do that. We appreciate everybody that's watching while we do it. Make sure you pick up a t-shirt if you haven't. Check out our website, shiftpointschannel.myshopify.com. I'll put the link in the description and all the places. You can find it in all of our social medias as well. That'd be awesome. A little bit that helps us out and lets us keep plugging away at everything. So we'll see you guys next week when we get that seat mounted in the car.